right, everyone, get ready for a deep dive. We're going to be exploring something pretty fascinating today. Isolation tanks.
Oh, yeah.
Those sensory deprivation chambers.
Right.
Where you float in the dark and it's completely silent. Salt water, no light, no sound. Just you and your thoughts. So have you ever thought about what happens to your mind when you take away all that external noise?
Well, it's a question that's really been a source of fascination. I mean, for scientists, philosophers,
Yeah.
for decades, really. And in fact, isolation tanks were actually originally invented
Oh, wow.
by a neuroscientist by the name of John C. Lilly way back in the 1950s to explore exactly that. What happens when you remove all that input?
Wow, the 1950s. That's amazing. So I imagine that the experiences that people have had in these tanks must have been like all over the board, right?
Yeah.
From like super chill and relaxing to
Right.
like totally bizarre.
Oh, yeah. I mean, some people talked about like traveling to other worlds. Others have reported intense hallucinations.
Oh, wow.
It's really a wide range.
So we're going to be talking about both, right? Like the actual science behind these experiences.
Yeah, absolutely.
And some of the more, I guess you could say, out there theories that they've inspired, right?
Exactly. We're going to be looking at some really fascinating sources like John C. Lilly's own writings
Oh, cool.
and some talks by E.J. Gold, who was, a really key figure in the human potential movement.
Okay, so let's go back to the science first for a second. I was reading that early research on sensory deprivation was met with a lot of, well, skepticism is kind of an understatement.
Yeah.
Some scientists were actually worried it could be dangerous.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, back then,
Yeah.
this whole idea of like deliberately depriving yourself of all sensory input, it was pretty radical.
Right.
A lot of researchers thought, oh my gosh, this is going to lead to psychosis
Yeah.
or other mental health problems. It's funny, right?
Totally.
When you think about it now,
Yeah.
because like sensory deprivation is so popular now.
Right. Exactly. Like all the float therapy places.
Exactly. Spas are offering it.
Sign me up.
Right.
But yeah, I guess I can see how, going into the unknown
Yeah,
could be a little scary.
absolutely. But John Lilly,
Mhm.
the guy who invented the isolation tank,
Yeah.
and another researcher named Jay Shirley, they had a completely different experience.
Okay.
They actually really enjoyed floating in the tank.
Okay.
They even found it like addictive.
Addicted to sensory deprivation. That's kind of wild.
I know, right?
Wow.
But what they realized
Yeah.
early on was that it wasn't just about removing all stimuli,
Yeah.
but specifically what they called the noxious stimuli.
Okay.
The discomforts, the aches,